part of today's one, that whatever you study today, it is not a regular topic of your book, but something that you should know, remember as a chemist of grade 9, 10, grade 11, 12, or onwards. And what is the topic? Positive and negative charges, ions or ions. All right. Okay. So what is the most important part an atom has? I told you in the beginning, most of the work would be done over here. So let's take an example of fluorine. 19 is a symbol of fluorine. I told you earlier that a smaller number always represent what? Atomic number, and the bigger number always represent what? The mass number. So that's why I write here atomic number represented by Z 9, and its mass number is represented by A is 19. One more thing I told you, that if you do not see any charge like plus or minus on a symbol, it means it has equal number of protons and electrons. So, and whatever their value, whatever be the Z value is, simply we can say whatever be the Z value is, that will be also the number of protons and number of electrons. So if someone asks how many protons it has, 9. How many electrons it has? 9. So an atom of fluorine has 9 protons and 9 electrons. For each negative, there's a positive. So the charges are balanced over here. That's why we write it like this. F. Let's suppose that this F gets an electron from somewhere. Now what will happen? The protons will remain as it is. No change in the number of protons. And the number of electron would be increased by one value because it has added one electron. Okay. Now this unbalancement will show over here. So it comes that when an atom gets an electron, it will acquire a negative charge. This is a neutral atom. This is a charged atom. This charged atom is called ion. And since you can see a negative charge over here, such type of ion is called anion. Okay. So what is anion? Anions are negatively charged. What else? Instead of getting one electron, let's suppose the same fluorine gets 2 electrons. If 2, then we'll write here 2. Then because there will be two unbalanced electrons. If 3, we should write 3. Okay. It means that fluorine has gained 1 electron. If you see O2 with a double minus, it means it has gained 2 electrons. If you see nitrogen, it means it has got 3 more electrons. I told you that you can write in simple way like this, or maybe this one like. So all of these are not atoms but charged atoms having negative charges. Okay. So what is the definition here of ion? As you will see on the screen, that ion has unbalanced protons and electrons. It means there are two ways. Either you take electron or you donate electron. If you take electron, it will become negatively charged and we call it anion. And supposing, as we'll see there afterwards, if an atom loses electron, it will acquire a positive charge. And it would be called what? It would be called cation. Okay, let's see other examples over here. Suppose we have an example of sodium. What is the atomic number of 11? Sodium 11, 23. Not going in detail. The smaller number represents atomic number, means the Z value, which is 11 over here. And what is the mass number over here? 23. What is the mass number over here? 23. Just told you that there would be as many as protons and electron in a neutral atom as it has its atomic number. So what is the atomic number? 11. I did a mistake over here. Okay, that is, you can say that this one is something else. All right, 11. Now see what is the value over here? 11. Now it has 11 protons, electrons. Okay. Now what happens? We take away this electron instead of adding. Instead of adding, we are taking this electron away. Okay. So we write like this: sodium has lost its electron. Now what is the situation after this? Protons are not changed, but electrons. So this is an unbalanced plus. This extra plus will be shown over here. So what do you mean by this 1 Na plus? It means that this atom has lost an electron. So what is point to be noted here? That after losing an electron, the atom acquires a positive charge. And after gaining an electron, it will acquire a negative charge. First point. Second point, how many charges? If an electron gains 1 electron, like this, it means it has gained, it has absorbed 1 electron. If it's like this, it means it has absorbed 2 electrons. If it's like this, you can write like this, or in a simpler way. Okay? So 1 electron gained, 2 electrons gained, 3 electrons gained. All of these are negative charges and are called anions. On the other hand, like sodium is there, After losing an electron, we can write it like this. Okay? Or magnesium is there, it can lose 2 electrons. Or aluminum is there, it can lose 3 electrons. Either you write like this, or you can write in a simpler way, 3 plus 2 plus 1, and the same thing. All of these plus ones are called cations. All of these plus ones are called cations. So what do you mean by cations and anions? These are the charged species. These are the atoms on which there is a charge, either plus or minus. Why? Due to the unbalancement of number of electrons and protons. These two are collectively called as ions, or we call it ions. So first thing, what do you mean by the word ion? Something on which you can see a plus or minus charge. Okay? Now someone may ask, how could you get an ion? You can get it is formed either by losing electron or by gaining electron. Third question, what are the two types? If it is losing an electron, it will acquire a positive charge and it will be called cation. If it is negatively charged, means it is gaining electron and it would be called anions. You can see the definition over here. The ions are the atoms with an electrical charge, plus or minus, due to unequal amount of protons and electrons. Cations are positively charged and they are formed after losing electron. Anions are negatively charged and they are formed after gaining electron. This is what we studied during the last 20 minutes. Okay? Let's see what is next. At least one should know these ions. What do you mean by the word monovalent? Mono means one. So look at the board. Okay, tell me one thing. Out of these examples that you can see here, how many examples do we have here? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do you think? Which one is the monovalent ion? Correct. Mono means one. So this is monovalent. This is monovalent. Why both of these are monovalent? Because plus one. So monovalent could be positive or monovalent could be negative. Other example you can see H plus. Hydrogen has lost electron. Sodium is plus is there. This is lithium plus. This is called ammonium plus. Okay? So all of these are monovalent cations. Mono. Try to understand. You have to repeat it again and again. Monovalent cations. Why all of these are monovalent? Because there is only one charge. But the negative is there. That is why we call them monovalent anions. All right? Similarly, on the next screen, you will see some other anions and cations, divalent and trivalent, like divalent. Di means 2, tri means 3. So there are so many ions. These ions you should know. This screen you should know, you should remember. Let's have, so I am writing here CO3 2 minus. You have to learn it as it is. This combination is called carbonate. So whenever you listen carbonate, it means CO3 is there. Okay? Now let me ask, is it a cation or an anion? What do you think? Just think here. It is carrying a negative charge or positive charge? Right, it's an anion. Next question, is it a monovalent, divalent or trivalent? Divalent, correct. Okay? Now, CO3 in another form, HCO3. Here we had 2 minus, here we will write 1 minus. Its name is bicarbonate, or its new name is hydrogen carbonate. Carbonate, bicarbonate. Next, SO4 2 minus. This is called sulfate. Again, an anion of divalent. If I write here HSO4, what do you call it? H means you will call it bisulfate or hydrogen sulfate. PO4. This is called phosphate. At least you should know, remember, practice it. You have to. Phosphate. If I write here H, it will become biphosphate or hydrogen phosphate. Now another one, NH4, ammonium. NH4 plus ammonium. Okay? NH3 is ammonia, NH4 plus ammonium. Now tell me, is this a cation or an anion? Cation. Which cation? Monovalent, divalent, trivalent? Monovalent. Correct. Okay. Besides these little bit complicated, we may have more like CH3, COO. This is called acetate. So on. Whereas we have simpler ones. You know, this is fluorine. If we have a minus charge, we call it fluoride. You can see on the screen. This is Cl. If we have a charge over here, we call it chloride. Fluoride is used in toothpaste. Chlorides, bromides, O2 minus oxide. Okay? Nitride. So at least you know these ions, or at least which are here on the board. Why are we doing this? Because there is a topic, types of chemical reactions, chemistry. So before that topic, you should know these things. All right? I'm erasing. So it's a very technical class today. What have we done? We did that ions are the atoms with electrical charge, either positive or negative. Why? Because due to of unequal amount of protons and electrons. If it is lost one electron, then it will be called cation. If it has gained electron, we call it anion. If there is only one charge, mono, two charges, di, and so on. So this is, so next we'll continue chemical equation, we'll continue reactants and products, and during the last 10 minutes, we see the types of chemical reactions. Hope you understood. Thank you so much. Take care.